Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's live on Vriddhi Holistic Healthcare's page. I'm Dr. Bhavi Modi, founder of Vriddhi Holistic Healthcare, and today we are going to be in conversation with Dr. Marisha and Dr. Rashi. They are two ace dentists, and we are going to go a little beyond smiles to understand a little more about your dental hygiene, dental care, how it looks in times of COVID. Because I know I was approached by a patient of mine who had a little dental issue, and they were so scared to go to a dentist simply because of the COVID thing that's going around. And so are the doctors. So let's hear from our dentists that what they too feel and undergo during the COVID times. Good dental hygiene is something that none of us should be ignoring. And if it calls for visiting the dentist, then it should not be postponed. Let's hear from our experts what is considered as good dental hygiene and what are the common issues that even they face during this COVID. Our esteemed panelist we are going to have on board with us is Dr. Marisha Dedia.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hello, Dr. Marisha. It's such a pleasure to have you on board with us. And Dr. Marisha is a dental surgeon, and she'll introduce herself a little more so that our viewers know that what exactly she does.
So, hi, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great. Basically, I'm Dr. Marisha Cheda Dedia. I'm a practicing dental surgeon since 15 years now. I have done my graduation from Mumbai and a post-graduation diploma certification in cosmetic dentistry and oral rehabilitation from New York University, US. Uh, Basically, I inherit my passion for dentistry from my late father. And since I'm born to a dentist, married to a dentist, we all are like supremely passionate about our work. And my clinic, we have 3 centers in Mumbai currently, like 2 in Dadar, 1 at Jogeshwari. What we focus is overall health approach for dental treatment. But like our main attention is on cosmetic dentistry and implant dentistry. And we also have a specialized team of doctors which take care of other parts if they require to.
So you have a complete setup of dentists at your clinic. So rest assured that nobody has to move out anywhere. They
Definitely not.
The problem. And I still remember the way you had introduced, on the Vibe platform with that तोड़ने वाला doctor. I mean, आपको देख के कोई बोलेगा आप दांत तोड़ोगे, हो ही नहीं सकता. I mean, such a beautiful person you are. Welcome on board. And we have our next esteemed panelist, Dr. Rashi Gupta, with us. She too is a cosmetic dentist, and we'll just wait for her to introduce herself. Yes, Dr. Rashi, please welcome on board and introduce yourself.
Yeah, good evening, Bhavi. Very nice smile, I should say, and not a fake smile. You have a very genuine smile from the heart. And myself, Dr. Rashi, I'm also a cosmetic dentist practicing since 15 years. And I also manage 3 other dental centers. I'm the manager, main head over there. So especially this was a challenging time for me to restart our practices with new protocols and all. So I was busy doing that. And now we're all set to attend our patients in this hard times as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I really understand what we feel like, we're not seeing patients in the waiting room. You're so used to having a waiting room full of patients or people, like coming in and moving out, even if it's by appointment. You at least are meeting people on a daily basis, and suddenly we are just not seeing anyone. But yes, thanks to technology, we have been able to keep connect with our patients through video calls and, using different platforms. So I guess that is a little blessing in disguise. Technology has really proved really beneficial here. So definitely, we would want to hear more about how you guys have been battling this COVID times, because I distinctly remember, as I mentioned earlier also, a patient of mine got in touch with me because he had a toothache, already put on, a few antibiotics and NSAIDs were already prescribed, but he was like, what can I do? I don't want to see the dentist. And I was like, if this doesn't help, in 5 days, you've got to see a dentist because there's nothing else that you can do. अगर antibiotic के course के बाद भी आपको कुछ नहीं फर्क पड़ रहा, so you should better visit a dentist because we don't know what the problem is. And he's like, 5 दिन देखता हूँ फिर मैं वापस आपको फोन करता हूँ. I'm like, okay, I'm there for you, but I'm still not going to tell you that dentist के पास नहीं जाना है. So how does it look like with this current situation? Marisha, let's start with you, Dr. Marisha.
Yeah, so exactly, Bhavi, what you said, I agree to that. So if we get any calls currently, so that's what we do. We first, either do a WhatsApp consult or a video consultation. We exactly understand what the problem is. If it is sorted with medications, then we tell him, okay, you are good to go. Wait for a couple of, maybe a month or maybe a few weeks. If the pain is not subsided, then again we screen them whether they've got any history of fever or anybody in their house, building, locality. We kind of try to screen and filter, and then we are ready to see them. And by the time they enter the clinic, we practically know what their problem is. So the communication also will be little lesser that time. So just address to that matter and we end it there. उनको और भी problem हो सकते हैं. But we are like, at the moment, only emergencies. We'll look into that and then we'll see later. क्या कर सकते हैं?
Absolutely. I think that makes more sense because, as doctors, even we have to be a little more careful about, whom we are taking into our clinics, and even we don't know at what risk they are or we are at.
Exactly.
So we definitely, so that's the best way out, I guess. So Dr. Rashi, even you do this kind of screening, or how do you go about at your clinic?
Even we do the same. First, we go for teleconsultation, prescribe the medicines. If doesn't help, we try to give the idea about the treatment, what the patient requires, so that they don't have to, come for a checkup and then think about the treatment and the charges and everything. We see to it that they have a thorough knowledge about the treatment and everything. We have attended many patients during this time. They have a lot of doubts. So I would like to say that trust your dentist. Go to your family dentist. If you have any doubt, just ask them. Even if it is about your safety, you can ask the doctor what are the changes are done. Is it safe? It's okay to ask and get the treatment done.
Absolutely.
Instead of just avoiding and just popping up antibiotics for a longer period of time.
Completely agree on this, that it's always better to reach out to your doctor. And I genuinely believe that doctors are so forthcoming and so warm that you'll hardly find any doctor who doesn't want to help the patient or doesn't want to make the patient comfortable. For us, it's always the patient first and their comfort that matters to us more than even anything else. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having so many frontliners that we are seeing today, we would have dearth of frontliners, and I don't know where people would go then. So I think a huge respect for all doctors here. थोड़ा बैंड बजा रहा है खुद की, लेकिन बजाना बनता है और हम बजाएंगे. It's so very difficult sometimes, and sometimes I feel the kind of impact that doctors make and the kind of recognition that they get is not enough. So somewhere it hurts when people talk, certain things. I think me and Rashi had taken up this topic somewhere on social media. I won't want to get it over here, but yes, we stood very strongly against it, and both of us did make our points very strong and emphatic that you can't do this to doctors. I mean, you've got to understand the value that they add to your life. So that being said, I am sure you guys know that whenever it's more of disease prevention and health promotion that I love to talk about. So that's my passion, to talk of health promotion rather than preventing a disease or talking of how to go about curing a disease. So dental, अगर मैं dental को लेती हूँ या dentistry को लेती हूँ, so what is it that you would want to share in terms of, say, dental health promotion or, dental decay prevention or whatever, something that would really give our viewers that, small pointers that they can do in their everyday lives and keep their teeth healthy and happy. Stay healthy, stay happy is what we all keep saying. So let's keep our teeth healthy and happy. एंड अगर हैप्पी हो तो स्माइल अच्छा होता है तो ही हैप्पी दिखते हो. तो वो स्माइल बनाए रखने के लिए हम हर रोज क्या कर सकते हैं? So Rashi, we would start with you and then go on to Dr. Marisha.
Yeah, actually, we are very much ignorant about our oral health. That's what I feel. We don't take it as an important aspect. But let me tell you that it's very, very important. I think almost 95% of the people need oral health care, but we Indians definitely lack the awareness. Uh, be it anything, of course, we are here talking about oral health, so prevention is always, always better. Prevention can be just like a simple for dentist, oral health of point of view, I would say simple brushing and flossing twice a day will help you. Please go to your dentist, visit your dentist at the initial stage. What happens that most of the patients that we see in our practice is when they have a problem, they are like having pain, so that time they come to us and like doctor अभी और कुछ नहीं हो सकता है कुछ बच नहीं सकता है मैं say you have crossed that stage. So if you would have come to us for regular visits, we could have done the treatment in a more preventive manner. So one thing is of course checkup and prevention, the way of using good toothpaste. I would say get indulging into wrong habits that we should avoid. Of course, it leads to other health problems like whatever, like smoking or tobacco chewing. I think that's what we can do for prevention.
Yeah, Dr. Marisha, would you like to add something to it?
Yeah, so like Dr. Rashi said, brushing, flossing is the way to go. Apart from these things, like, of course, the bad habits have to be looked up to and stopped it. But there are small treatments which we advise as a prevention for kids per se, where we would advise them to go for a fluoride application, maybe biannually or maybe once in a year, depending on the kids' oral hygiene. So this fluoride basically it acts as a shield to your teeth. So it will keep their teeth in a nice and a healthy manner. But that does not mean that that kid can eat anything, provided the diet is taken care of and things like this is like an additive. And apart from this, there is something called as a Pitt Fisher sealant, which we again advise to kids from 6 to 13 years, where their new teeth erupt. We can seal those grooves and fissures, like the teeth are not flat; they have those bumps and they have mountains and valleys basically. So we can seal those areas, which are the reason where cavities would begin. So these are a few preventive measures which we focus on, and especially to kids who are into sports, like we advise them sports guards, so that they don't meet with trauma. Like a research says, like 80% of the cricketers, like people who play cricket, they meet with injury and they lose their front teeth. Like 80%, it's that high. So of course in cricket they cannot wear these guards, but sports like boxing or weightlifting, wrestling and all that, they can. Swimmers can wear those guards to protect their teeth. So yes, prevention is the way to go in any field, I feel.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned, you spoke a little more about kids and I was so happy about it because there's always this notion कि बच्चे को क्या डेंटिस्ट के पास लेके जाने का, अब भी तो उसके दूध के दांत गिर ही जाएंगे, kind of a thing. So what is the whole point of doing so much of treatment and why visit the dentist? But little do we understand that that is where it's going to stem from. The new teeth is also going to stem from there.
Yes.
And if that's not healthy, the rest, the way ahead then looks a little bleak. So how often should you visit for your kid? I'm sure that we should not be having this notion कि दांत गिर जाएंगे तो उसको छोड़ देते हैं, सड़ने के लिए भी छोड़ दो, चॉकलेट टॉफी खा लेगा तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, वैसे भी गिरने वाले हैं. So this is typical mentality that I have come across during my practice, where they'll talk like this, Doctor, I have more of Gujarati patients, so they'll come and tell me, Ampan padi jawana છે ને, કાંઈ વાંધો નહીં. Of course વાંધો છે. I mean, how can you say it's not important? So I want you both to highlight this aspect of kid oral care and, especially how often should we see the dentist with the kid. And yes, you have mentioned the preventive measures that you could take into consideration, but that's after one visits you. What before that? What can you do before that? So like, you see the ads that come on TV, क्या आपके टूथपेस्ट में नमक है? अरे बॉस, नमक से ही अगर दांत बच जाते तो मैं पूरा टाटा सॉल्ट घिस डालती दांत पे. I mean, so these are things that they sound and people really have a look at it, and I sometimes feel, I mean, what are you even trying to say and what are you trying to do? It's not so easy. Dental care is not so simple. There are simple things that you have to do, but it's not as simple as namak wala toothpaste liya or ghis dala, So
Correct.
Yes, let's hear it from you.
So what I would suggest is, a kid, once the kid is almost 2 years, that is the first time he should be taken for a dental visit. I know many of your viewers will be shocked, like, what is she saying? But that is the fact. What happens is they will start getting their teeth at the age of 6 months to 8 months to maybe a year, depending.
Yes.
But there are so many mothers or new mothers, they are not aware of the oral hygiene. So we can guide them with that. Apart from that, if the child as small as 2-year-old is taken to a clinic just to get accustomed to the to the dental clinic setup, to the doctor, okay, there is something like that. So in future, if they have to get a treatment done, I think they will be very mentally be okay to sit on a chair. Yes. And of course, it makes a difference when we as doctors tell the patients, okay, you are not supposed to eat this, you are supposed to eat this. They will listen, but they will not do it to their mom. They will not listen to their moms. So what I would tell them, okay, I'm not telling you not to eat chocolates. You keep 2 days in a week, that one time you will get in those 2 days. You eat what you want to eat in that day, but then other days you forget. In fact, there are moms who will be like, "Arey, we to don't get, the relatives get or the grandparents get." I'm like, get the grandparent to me. I will teach them. Like, I will counsel them. Yes. But it's very, very important for a child at that age to be taken for visits. And then, yes, frequent visits every 6 months after that. And then I think it will be sorted there and there itself.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Ashi, would you want to add anything to Dr. Marisha, or your thoughts are pretty much the same?
No, I just agree with what she said. I would like to extend the way she said the regular visit to the dentist is a learning opportunity for the parents, because even if most of the parents are educated now, still they are very ignorant about oral health, and the same complaint like the grandparents. Even I suggest like grandparents ko leke we demonstrate, we get accustomed to the thing, and like the same we counsel the child, the parents more than the child in this process. See what is the importance, and it is not always the chocolate that is harmful. It's okay. Even we had a chocolate. They say कि हमने भी chocolate खाया, हमको तो कभी cavity नहीं हुआ. But at our times, I feel we used to have more of home food.
Yes.
This chakli farsan is also okay, but that bahar ka chips is more harmful. And what is happening lately? The kids are given mobile or the TV is on while watching. So what happens? The child is chewing, is not chewing properly and keeping the the food bowl से बाजू में रख के बैठा आधा घंटे तक. अरे वो सुनता ही नहीं है. अरे but you are giving the child the mobile. So I tell them the child is never the problem. You are the problem. And so we have to stop that habit of and we need to counsel the parent in this process so that they know what is right and wrong. And when we inculcate this preventive process of going to the dentist, frequent visit, and taking care of your teeth, it becomes a habit for the child. जो शायद we as a parent, जो general public में नहीं है अभी तक. They come to us only when the pain is there. So that I can say.
I agree. Even sometimes we see that the pressure that we put on the teeth is so important. And very few are even aware that कितना हम घिस डालते हैं. मतलब कभी मुझे ऐसे लगता है कपड़ा नहीं है, प्लीज वो कपड़े को ब्रश नहीं मारना, आपके दांत में थोड़ा संभाल के करना.
And the amount of toothpaste also. Yes. The amount of toothpaste.
Amount of toothpaste you tell me is again coming from the TV ad, जहाँ पे वो पूरे brush पे toothpaste लगा के दिखाएंगे. तो क्या ना, it's here that वो पूरे brush पे paste होना ही चाहिए. We don't understand that it has to be just a pea size. Whether you are an adult or a kid, you don't need more. So why should we be actually wasting the toothpaste? So, I think we were actually discussing some marketing ideas with my kids, and that's when my husband happened to mention that there was this marketing person in Colgate who had told them that he would increase he would double their sales, and they were a little skeptical of hiring him. And then they said that, what is it in your head? And he said, no, first you have to hire me and only then I will tell you कि मेरा idea क्या है. उसको हायर किया उसने, सिंपल लॉजिक किया उसने, खाली डायमीटर बढ़ा दिया ट्यूब का. The sale automatically increased. I mean, see the beauty that we little realized कि उसका डायमीटर बढ़ गया है. इतना ज्यादा टूथपेस्ट हम यूज करें, किसी ने सोचा कभी? बिल्कुल भी नहीं सोचा.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, absolutely. None of us even realized कि उसका डायमीटर बढ़ गया है, तो हम डबल टूथपेस्ट यूज कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज हम तो पूरा ब्रश में लगाएंगे ना, वो आदत हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे. So that's where we have to little be mindful of how things are working and what it is like. So even when we were discussing this, for a moment मेरा भी ऐसा बत्ती ही जला था, रे ऐसा कभी सोचा ही नहीं. So these are things that I really felt that today I had to share this, because this is what we need to understand, that how we are being duped even by marketing gimmicks. Whether it is healthcare or whether it is dental care or whatever, we are not smart consumers when it comes to health or when it comes to certain things. Otherwise हम बहुत सोच के सब करते हैं, लेकिन ये सब चीजों में हमें ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं, जो है बराबर है, वो जो बोल रहे हैं वो बराबर है. But somewhere I think we need to research a little more and find out कि क्या है और कैसा है. Dr. Marisha, here I want to ask you, you mainly work on enhancing smile, right?
Yes.
So is dental alignment that you do for correction of smile the only thing, or there is more to it when you talk of smile?
Okay, so basically, like any person, cosmetics basically would be related to alignment per se, but that is not the only thing that we look into cosmetic dentistry. See, what happens is at times patients are very unhappy with the color of their teeth. So we can help them with, either dental whitening, or at times they're discolored because of cavities and all that. So cosmetic fillings come into the picture again. Then at times there are old caps, like 20 years, 25 years old caps are there. So that time the different kind of materials were used, and now things have evolved very much in dentistry also. So we help them with everything, like not only the alignment, but with the shape, the size, the color. Not only for teeth, there is a color enhancement for their gums also. Like there are some patients who are absolutely unhappy with their dark pigmented gums. So yes, we can do procedures to lighten that also. So cosmetics is nothing but basically an overview of your front smile, and there are many ratios and proportions we need to follow, where a particular amount of gum display will be seen. The way that your teeth have to be, like the centers have to be big, the bajubala has to be a little smaller. So there is like a lot of math involved in this. So this exactly is what cosmetic dentistry would cover per se.
So, and Dr. Ash, carry on. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, so alignment again can be corrected with braces, which is the main common thing, or there are other procedures also which will correct it, the alignment. Like veneers hair, there are crowns and all that. So it depends what the patient wants, what is the age group of the patient. So it all sums up to cosmetics.
Yeah. So Dr. Ashi, you too are into cosmetic dentistry, and I'm sure you're saying you're going to be doing similar treatments like what Dr. Marisha does. So what do you feel? Is it only for kids? You should start early as a kid, or even as an adult you can go in for cosmetic dentistry procedures?
Yeah, see, lately, of course, we know about the kids. We have already discussed about what the kids and the parents are going through. Lately, in our practice, though I'm a cosmetic dentist, we are attending more of geriatric patients who are above 50, 55. We are looking more into that type of patient. But their main chief complaint what they come with is like, we cannot eat properly. And बहुत सारा issues है, like and I generally have a habit of talking more to the patients, like about अच्छा, or how about your other diseases or क्या है. And generally what I've observed is patients, most of the old age patients have stomach issues, and I definitely and strongly feel it is mostly because of your teeth. And हम ये दवाई खा रहे हैं, antacid खा रहे हैं, ये खा रहे हैं, I say the starting of your, health or everything, your system is your mouth, and that is like in a bad shape. And we are treating, of course, I'm not saying you don't treat your BP, diabetes, but I tell them कि your, आप अच्छा आप बोल रहे बादाम खा रहे हैं, लेकिन बादाम तो च्यू हो ही नहीं रहा है ना, क्योंकि teeth are not in the correct position. You're just gulping it down, and that is like without the nutrition, we are not taking up the nutrition, and just passed out. So we are into more of full mouth rehab, especially for such type of patients. So it is like a complete treatment, like whatever depends from case to case. Like it can be in the form of dent, as the patient wants a removal this thing, so it is denture. If they want fixed, so we do. We have started. We dentists have started doing wire treatment for elderly as well, and that is mainly because bringing the teeth in alignment. Then if the patient requires implants or bridges, according depends on the case what we do. So ultimately, it helps in chewing, and of course, a good smiling teeth are the byproduct of whatever we give.
So I genuinely feel कि budhapa is like your second childhood. So whatever things you faced as growing up as a child, you're going to come back to those stages again. So geriatric practice and pediatric practice, if you see, will almost go hand in hand, because somewhere their issues are very similar. The problems that they have are very similar, and everything is so very similar in both the age groups. So if one is attending to pediatric, one is attending to geriatric, I think we have a full house of complete dentist panel. Wonderful this is. And I'm so very loving it when you say that, it's so very important, because your oral health and your digestion begins in the mouth is what we forget. It doesn't start in the stomach. We have the enzyme ptyalin, which is in the mouth, and that's where your digestion starts. So if you're not chewing it well, I remember, हमारी दादी और नानी बोला करती थी 32 बार चबाओ, 32 बार चबाओ. The whole idea was to make it into a semi-solid or, a fluid consistency before it goes down. और आजकल हम क्या करते हैं? We are actually so busy with our other things that we are actually just gulping the food down. फिर वो acidity क्या सब कुछ होना ही है. And even the acid reflux is again going to give you a little dental issue. So what you mentioned, I really love that, that your health actually starts here. So अगर इसका ध्यान रखा तो आधा problem तो उधर ही solve हो जाता है. Wonderful inputs you both have given us. Would you both like to tell us that, there are many issues that may not be related to teeth, but they're definitely related to oral hygiene. So a few of them that come to you, or what do you advise your patients in terms of that? Because, dentistry is not just about teeth. It's more than just teeth. So what are the other issues that come up to you in practice? Dr. Marisha, you could start.
Yeah, so right now, exactly what Rashi spoke about digestion and acidity. So it's like a circle. If you don't chew, your body will have to put that extra effort to chew. And that is when later on in life, diabetes will set in, because your pancreas has to work extra hard. So missing teeth are an important factor why they need to be replaced to avoid such issues. Apart from that, even there is a link seen, like the bad bacteria in your mouth, they are responsible for aggravating your heart conditions. So again, your oral hygiene plays a very important role in that condition. Even if you take cancer, like there are oral cancer per se. If the hygiene is not maintained, you are predisposing your mouth to situations like these. So simple measures can prevent such big problems in life. So that's what we see generally, like these patterns per se.
Yes, Dr. Rashi.
So what we are talking here about the direct physical effects. Also, bad oral hygiene or the side effects of it will cause more of psychological effects as well. Though the disease is physical in itself, but the effects can be psychological as well. It goes a long way. Especially, Marisha will agree that cosmetic dentistry is more, like patients are more who are like, psychologically affected. They'll come to us for that, that need. They are not with the pain factor. मतलब look है, अच्छा दिखना है for some reason. So the psychological effect plays an important role.
Absolutely agree to so one might really think that what has mental health got to do with your dental health or oral health?
Yes,
But definitely it has, because I'm into sort of a family practice, so it's not like I just see bachus or I just see women. I see a mix of women and kids. So sometimes what happens is they feel so low on their self-esteem, and their confidence level is so low. They feel isolated at times and even anxious, just because of their oral health or their oral hygiene. So many a times, many couples come to me, and they often have this problem where either of them is having halitosis, and that one partner doesn't want to tell the other partner that, hey, look, this is the issue and we got to resolve it. And that's where they want a doctor to step in and, talk to them, which is actually a little difficult also, because, किसी को ऐसे मुंह पे नहीं बोल सकते आपके मुंह में से बदबू आ रही, वो क्लोजअप का एड बहुत अच्छा दिखता है, पास आओ ना, but it's very difficult to say, and it's not always just those mouth washes and those toothpaste that is going to help you, because halitosis is a medical condition and it needs to be understood by an expert and treated by an expert. So what is your take on halitosis, Dr. Rashi, and how many patients do you generally see of halitosis, and what are their kind of complaints, or do you really find like you are also into a situation like I was, where you have to deal with these kind of patients, and it sometimes gets into like a couple counseling rather than treating the cause. So I would want to hear it out from you.
Generally this patient with bad breath, which we call as halitosis, they directly don't come to the clinic. They have to be brought to the clinic, because somehow they don't themselves realize that they have bad breath. And you'll be surprised to know that 1 out of every 3rd patient has a halitosis problem, and generally the spouses or family members, including parents, who have grown up teenagers, they don't understand the importance. They have been bought by the parents. So when we're talking about halitosis, there's a lot to talk about. There can be various reasons of getting halitosis. You want me to talk about that also?
Absolutely. The next question I was going to ask you is, what are the causes of halitosis or bad breath? Because if you know what the causes are, probably you would be more aware, more mindful, and you would little pay attention to things, So yes, we would want to know about the
I would say bad breath can be like it can be due to disease, or it cannot be because of disease. So when we're not talking about any disease, it is like what I meant to say, ki onion and garlic. It is only for time being, till the time you eat food. So you should understand that certain food products are there which has a pungent odor even after you brush your teeth. So when to avoid, how to avoid, and second thing is about smoking and all. These type of habits also cause a typical type of bad breath, which is obvious. Then when we're talking about disease-related bad breath, it can be because of a lot of decay in your mouth, and especially it is related to your gums, what we have. So, and third thing, what I will say, so when we're talking about diseases, generally it is again because of bad oral hygiene. You're not cleaning your teeth properly, food particles are stuck to your teeth, and these are broken down by bacteria, and there is release of that sulfur compound, and that you get a typical smell. So bad oral hygiene ultimately leads to all this, and then to halitosis. Then one more thing I would like to say, that certain medical conditions also, and the patient doesn't know, but we as dentists have, they've come to us for dental problems, but then we have suggested them that you have a particular type of odor, and you need to, visit a, medical person. You need to visit a physician, including that can be diabetes, that typical, Marisha will agree, that ketone odor we have. We are doctors, so we can understand. And that gastric reflux, which is a common problem nowadays. So that typical smell is there, and they need to treat it, and of course the oral, the manifestation is in the mouth, so we can easily diagnose that, but they have a deeper medical condition which they need to get.
Absolutely. So, Dr. Marisha, would you like to add a few other causes, may not be related to oral, like she said, diabetes is one of them. One of them which I frequently come across is ketosis, when, you're on massive diet programs, where you actually are not following a healthy diet, and you have those ketone bodies in your urine and everywhere. So वो breath में भी आने ही वाला है, and then you're going to have that typical smell of ketones in your breath. So that is one thing that we encounter. So any other causes that you encounter?
So even throat-related infections, if you have adenoids or you have some kind of what they call as adenoid stones or something, that will give a typical odor. Even liver cirrhosis or liver failure, that will have again a different odor. Recently, I got to know even that intestinal, what they say, concussion kind of a thing, where there is a blockage in your intestine. So a lot of food is always, so a lot of food is again accumulated in your tube. So that again leads to a very bad odor. So yeah, these are the systemic ones. At times, the patient will also get bad odor when we've done their tooth removal, like post when the tooth is healing. The tissues are healing. So for that 10 days, he'll have that odor. When there is sinusitis, that is one another thing. When you have that continuous that nasal drip happening, you get that dirty taste also in your mouth. So these are
with chronic sinusitis. I have all my patients complaining, kadwa muh ho gaya hai, kadwa ho gaya, and that we feel that breath. So that does happen with any of the respiratory complaints. In fact, kids mainly will tell you, when you ask them to open their mouth, you would see tonsils which are enlarged and infected. That also typically gives a very bad smell. That wo to kabhi humko bhi aise aa jata hai, like when you're trying to examine them. Sinusitis, I know most of the adult patients will come and tell me, kadwa ho gaya, muh kadwa ho gaya. So, and that sinuses are filled and they have a bad taste in their mouth and a bad smell in their mouth. A little do we realize that a dry mouth also can lead to halitosis, and how important it is for us to keep ourselves hydrated. So many a time, the first thing I tell them is, "Pani kitna peete ho?" When they complain to me about this, first thing, generally, I don't know, because my mind works that way, because I first will look at sleep, and then I will look at their house. The basics first, it always goes for me that way first. पहले इतना checklist खत्म हुआ, बाद में ही आगे बढ़ने का. So for me, it's always been that way. And most of the time, I will have them tell me 3 or 4 glasses in a day.
Oh my God.
And that's so less. That's so less. And that's when, you then start guiding them to, how much water you should be drinking in a day and what's the importance of water. So now I'm going to, tell them that अगर नहीं तो dentist के पास जाना पड़ेगा.
So they will gobble water.
they'll have to gobble water, So
even vomiting, if you must have noticed, when the patient even pregnancy or something. So that typical odor is there. So even they realize it, but they don't know from where.
Yes, absolutely. So I feel, it's very, very important for us to even understand that there are such small things that if we take care of, it's not just for your oral hygiene, but your overall health can be taken care of. And, you will be visiting any of the doctors less frequently than what you're doing now. It becomes so easy for us to just pop a pill and feel that now sab theek ho jayega. But वो थोड़ा भी effort डालना है. Like I know अभी COVID times चालू है, and I have asked all my patients to have this immuno boosting काढ़ा or haldi and honey, because that prescription goes to everyone. And believe me, even when I tell my kids, I literally have to remind them twice in a day. खाया क्या वो ready करके पड़ा हुआ है डिब्बी में. You just have to open and take a scoop and just have it like every day, and then they are like, I will just take it now, So we are just so used to give us a medicine, no. Give us a medicine, no. But we don't want to do those small things like, you guys also have mentioned so much about oral health, oral hygiene, brushing twice in a day, flossing. I wonder how many people floss. I'm sure
10%.
Yes. And then you have those fancy flosses coming, तो वो घर पे लाके रखने का बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि मोटराइज लाया और इलेक्ट्रिकल लाया, वो पानी छोड़ता है तो हो जाता है, लेकिन वो करेगा कौन? उसको हाथ में पकड़ोगे तो वो होने वाला है. It's not going to happen just because you got it at home. So this flossing is so important. This little time, a habit of brushing twice in a day, probably. रात का brush, I think sometimes even we I'll be very honest, sometimes when you're tired, you feel, abhi aaj jaane de, kind of a thing. But that's not how it should be. I'm telling myself also, don't do that. Harvey, don't do that. You have to. So, but yes, so these are small little things I think if we pay attention to on a daily basis, we could be really healthy and happy, having good smiles on our face, and uh, that is what will keep us all sane and safe during this COVID too. So now I want to understand what changes has COVID brought into your practice.
It's like a game changer totally. Like you mentioned,
Yes.
the waiting areas have to be empty. Only one patient in the clinic. There's like a list of protocols we have to follow pre appointments. Once they enter the clinic, that temperature screening with pulse oximeter. Literally, poor thing, they have to scrub their hands with sanitizers, and off late have become so rude. Like, if just by mistake, if somebody pops in, I'm like, out of the clinic, like, just don't step in. We have to do that. And then, yeah, and right now though, it's only emergency based treatment which is happening. But yes, after every patient leaves, mopping the floor again, sanitizing the entire space, leaving it alone for 10-15 minutes, then seeing the next one. Yeah, so it is here to stay, and I think eventually all the patients also will get used to it, and no accompaniment for the patients. So there are really some anxious people, like, I feel bad for them because they need that mental support, whoever be it, like their mother, their husband. So we cannot allow them right now. So they will really have to overcome their fear and help themselves. This is
So
the
what
thing
is,
right now.
yes, absolutely. So what is it that you want to say, Dr. Rashi, in times of COVID? How are we going to be, trying to make it a little more comfortable for our patients, or in whatever little way we can? I know these are tough times.
Yeah,
Not only for them, but for us too. So
absolutely.
Yes. I would like to tell our patients, whoever they are going to the dentist, to trust their doctors. We know what are protocols we need to follow, and
yes,
your dentist is going to do that. We are
absolutely.
here to take care of course, patients, our staff, and of our ourselves. We are not going to keep it loose for you. So you need to trust them, ask them questions, and do not get hesitant ki kya hoga, and in the fear of that thing, do not avoid certain emergency treatments. Talk
Yes.
to your doctor. Of course, initially kaise hota tha ki we generally used to do appointment, but we used to attend walk-in patients as well. Ki,
Yes.
today I have time. Do you have appointment? Do you have a space? But now we are not attending that. First, we do teleconsultations and try to sort it out on phone. If not, we give a particular time. Even if when you're reaching the clinic, you if possible, if the patient is coming in a car, we ask the patient to wait in the car. Uh, Enter the cabin when we give them a call. We are seeing that they are in their car, they've come, but like sometimes the patient takes time, the earlier patient takes time, we need to clean. There are spaced out appointments, so definitely we do not entertain walk-in appointments. We are dressed, even our staff are not पहले जैसे कि smiling faces नहीं दिखेंगे. Maybe you will not recognize your doctor as well कि ये अपना वाला ही dentist है कि नहीं. So we are all going to be covered up in those
But rest
protective
assured,
gears and
अपने वाला ही
everything.
डॉक्टर है, पीपीई किट के पीछे भी
हाँ
वही
हाँ हाँ,
डॉक्टर है
तो
तो
आवाज से पता चल जाता है ना.
I know,
and
I know.
I and we talk little less to the patient directly when we're treating, and more of the consultation, like the treatment pros, cons, treatment charges, post-operative instructions, everything is on phone, and even including the prescription. We have all of us. I think Marisha will agree. We have made a message to everybody कि भाई
Yes.
आने के पहले don't get your relatives, and
Yes.
wear halfies, don't carry mobiles and bag, and इधर उधर घूमते घूमते clinic में मत आओ, avoid, come directly to the
Yes.
clinic, and even after the appointment just go to your home and have a bath.
Yes.
कि इधर जाके दो काम करके मुझे घर जाना, don't ever do that. That's what we suggest. I don't know मतलब what they are
I think
doing.
Dr. Bhavi's
Bhavi,
connection is
yeah.
lost. Yeah.
Okay. So that is what we used to do. Ki, avoid getting relatives, and no walk-in appointments. And I think she's back. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm back. I was very much there with you. Just went a little
Okay.
backstage.
So, and the way I said, like, spaced out appointments, digitalized of everything,
Yeah.
that's what. Um,
So I
and
was
we send
just
this
going to.
across a message. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we have to use technology to our best. And so I was just going to ask you, do you think ever a dental clinic can be completely digitalized? Like, we have a lot
I
of bots
do.
and a lot of AI being used for other healthcare conditions. So, like today, if I have to say in my practice, I am still avoiding seeing patients one on one. I'm sure you guys still have to. But for me, it's more of, my picture gallery is full of pictures because they send me pictures and, we would have a video call. I would even look into the mouth of the child through the phone of the parent and see कि tonsils में कुछ पस है कि नहीं है, which I'm sure अगर first line में भी अगर if you all are able to do, would that really help you, or would you want something that would give you that ease, wherein you can do half of your things online and then maybe probably just do that little bit what's needed offline?
See, dental, of course, we said teleconsultations and cosmetics and elective treatments we are completely avoiding. And as you know, dental, we are called dental surgeons. We are surgeon and surgery cannot be avoided.
Yes.
Like medicines, you can prescribe that, and something which need treatment definitely cannot be online. Only
So
medicines and
surgeries
like,
cannot be online
yeah,
is the bottom line,
yeah.
and I completely agree. I have a friend of mine who is having the severe endometriosis, and she needs a complete hysterectomy. Okay. And now, when we are talking to the gynecologist, we figure out that she's in the tremendous pain, so she wants to get it done ASAP. The gynecologist is asking us to go slow because the protocols are such that
yes,
even if she's taken in for surgery, it's going to cost her probably 3 times of
Yes.
more. Otherwise, what it would have cost her. Plus, no relatives in during, even you can just wait during the surgery. Post surgery usko bhaga denge. So matlab you are totally alone even after your post surgery stay in the hospital. Before that, जो first 1 day admission prior होता है वहाँ पे भी आप अकेले हो. So it's too much to, it's actually causing a lot of mental trauma and stress to the patients also. But here being said, so that's what I wanted to highlight, that, when needed a surgery, अगर if you need, that's something that cannot be taken online. और आप ऐसा नहीं सोच सकते हो कि जादू का छड़ी है डिजिटलाइजेशन और घुमा दिया और हो जाएगा. तो when needed, you will have to go to your dentist, seek an appointment, and the way you guys are so careful sanitizing your clinic after every patient, it's a task. It's not easy, believe me. हम घर साफ का वो सब लोग बीजेपी बोलते बर्तन झाड़ू पोछा करते करते खुद के घर के करते करते हम सब थक गए हैं. So imagine doing that after every patient. It's not easy. So, it's quite a difficult time for even doctors as it is difficult for patients. So I feel, somewhere that empathy for doctors and patients has to be there, where doctors feel that little more for the patient, because it's a tough time for them coming alone to the clinic, not having any mental support, and the patients to understand that after each patient goes to that entire thing of changing the PPE suit to sanitization of the clinic to giving you making you comfortable in the best possible way, it's like really not easy. So I think you guys are doing a fabulous job when it comes to this situation, and really hats off to you. But here, before we end this live, I want to understand, सबको ऐसे लगता है dentist मतलब dentist सब कुछ करता है, which is not true. There are so many specialities under dentistry also. So could you just let our viewers know that, what are a few specialities under the term dentist, and what do they do? Maybe, quickly, if we could just have that one question.
Okay. So basically, there is a kids dentist, which is called a pediatric dentist. There is a dentist who will per se deal to gums. So he's called a periodontist. Then there are even root canal specialists. They will do only root canals. So they are endodontists. Yeah. There are some dentists who will specialize in dentures and, stuff like that. So those are prosthodontists. Then there is a dentist who will deal with a lot of oral radiology and medicine. So they are oral radiologists. Then you even have implantologists as a specialized team, as a cosmetic dentist also as a specialized team. So yeah, there are these majority of bifurcation happens like this. So I think all dentists, all dental clinics have a specialized team, and of course there is an oral surgeon where the difficult extractions, or if there is a fracture, or really complex cases, they look into it. So all the clinics will have a group of this team generally.
So you generally, it's a teamwork that happens,
yes,
and that's how it's going to be done. Okay, we have a question from one of our viewers who says, "Ma'am, I'm 22. I am a neurologist patient. I think he means neurological patient or something, and taking high dose. So because of it, I have sensitivity and cavities problems, including sticking of food. And my dentist does my scaling, but she doesn't allow me for cleaning. And I follow all her prescription for a time, she said, but I have no improvement, and I always use herbal paste like Dant Kanti or Ved Kanti Colgate. So, ma'am, now what should I do?"
As it's a difficult question again. Say everything cannot be treated online. We have not seen the patient, but if we assume it's a neurological patient, generally neurological patients are on medicines which have their own side effects, which cause gummy, inflammation of gums. So some things cannot be avoided, and you have to regularly, like for other patients, we suggest to go get a cleaning done in 6 months or a year. Maybe you will have to visit your dentist frequently, maybe 3 months, your dentist will advise. Or you can again go back to your neurologist and say, like, I have a gummy inflammation, and so maybe he will try to change into another medicines. I think that should help the patient.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so I think pretty much answered the question that was being asked, and okay, so we are having some very good comments here. So people have been wishing us, and they are really happy with the way the panel has gone. So I'm very glad to hear this. So okay, so I think we have almost asked you all the questions that our viewers had sent us, what we wanted people to understand, and even the live comments that have come in out here. So I would
yes. 1 minute. About digitalization, what you were saying, right?
Yes.
We cannot go digital in that way, but yes, all dental clinics today are on the process of being supremely digital. In fact, we are going to, we already have started with the digital impressions, digital x-rays. Like every small thing, even root canal back, what used to happen 20 years back is absolutely different. There are supreme gadgets to deal with each and every situation. In fact, there are digital braces now. So digitalization that way is affecting dentistry. But yes, like Dr. Ashi correctly said, we are surgeons. We cannot treat like this.
No, I completely understand that. So there are certain things that you can do digitally, and there will be certain conditions which you cannot treat digitally, and there that one-to-one is going to be required, where you see your patient and do it in physical. So you cannot completely. So I think, but most of the times when it comes to medical fraternity, you cannot have a complete digital clinic where it's not going to be, where you will say that हम patients देखेंगे ही नहीं, ऐसा नहीं हो सकेगा. So I think that rapport and relationship that we build with our patients over the period of years is here to stay, and we are just wishing that days come back to what they were earlier, and we start seeing our patients as we used to earlier, and we have that connect with them. So it's just not the connect of being a patient and a doctor, but you develop a bond with your patient, and that you've nurtured through the years. You're more like a friend to them, more like a guide to them, and they also want to see you that way. I remember my patients telling me, "Doctor, aapko dekha nahi hai, like, it's been so long that we've not met you. We want to see you." And I'm like, "Theek hai na, we'll do a video call." And she's telling, "Video call mein maza nahi aata." I said, "There's no other way that we can do it right now." So one of them is telling me, "I'm going to kidnap you, take you in my car, and we'll go for a drive." I said, "Chalega, mujhe bhi aana hai." I said, "Kidnap kar, jaldi kidnap kar, because I also want to move out of the house."
Bhavi, that is the wonder of being a family physician. Like the way I think even we are like family dentists. You the patient just don't come to you only for that. Like you're a family to them. Family dentist, just typical term.
Absolutely.
I think, and that is the way.
Yeah, so that's the beauty, and I'm sure you know it better because even Dr. Shilpa, your sister, is a family physician, and she's a wonderful, wonderful person. So, when you are treating families, this is the beauty that you become part of their families, and they become part of your family. So so guys out there, we are all waiting to welcome you back, and we are all waiting to see you back into our, our clinics. But till everything settles down, this is the way it's going to be. It's tough on you, it's tough on us, but that's how it is. And so, on this positive note of, saying that we are here to help you stay healthy and happy, be it any physical, mental, dental complaint. Push me home, we are there with you. I would like to thank Dr. Marisha and Dr. Rashi for giving their valuable time and such lovely inputs to our viewers. And it was such a fun panel, I will tell you. I have so very enjoyed this panel. I didn't even realize that, it's almost an hour that we all the three of us have been chatting. And it's time to actually wind up the panel. I'm really feeling it a little bad. But, that's how it is. You guys were wonderful, and thank you so much for being here and answering to all the questions that our viewers had, and even the live comments that have come up. Okay, so the person who had asked us the question is really finding it very useful, and enjoyed the session too, and thanking us for answers. And I think she's mentioned, thanks teachers for all my answers. So that's something that's really heartwarming. And Sachi tahe dil se shukriya to the two of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Dr. Bhavi, thanks for having us on your panel. And it's a lovely job that you are doing, gathering people from this end and that end and benefiting both the sides. So it's really lovely that you're doing.
Thank you so much. So this is what keeps me going. I don't know, I have become very passionate about giving this information and giving genuine information. Rather, Google karoge to sab kuch milta hai Google pe, but when it comes from an expert, there is a difference, and we bring differences to lives, and that's what I love doing. So which is why if you see our hashtag says stay healthy, stay happy. That's what I love doing most, helping people stay healthy, stay happy. And you guys are always there to support me. I mean, y'all are just a call away. I call you guys and y'all are all, yes, we'll come. So thank you so much for that support also.
Yes, thank you. Yes. Stay healthy, stay happy, keep smiling, everybody.
Yes,
and absolutely. Don't fight with Corona. Smile with Corona.
Corona से डरो ना बोलेंगे हम. The recovery rate is really good, so we have to keep our spirits high and understand that it is here to stay for a while, and we have to make do with it, accept it, and move on. So precautions जो लेने हैं वो लेने हैं, जो करना है वो करना है, but डरना नहीं है.
Right, and just face it with a smile, like.
Yes, face it with a smile.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.